What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another television review. This week, I'm looking at Monk. Yes, remember I said said during my channel update video I wanted to do more television reviews. This is one of the many because since the beginning of the pandemic, Caitlin and I have been watching a bunch of shows. One of them is Monk, and of course, believe it or not, I'm gonna one thing. I never fully watched the entire series when it was on TV. I remember distinctly watching maybe the last 2 or 3 seasons or something like that, and remembering some of the special guests. And now it's during this quarantine we were able to binge watch almost every season. So with that in mind, now I want to give my overall thoughts on the whole show. Like just give you guys my insight about the whole show. So yeah, now after rewatching this, I can see why that this show nabbed Tony Shalhoub many awards, including 3 Emmys, and of course is considered by far one of the greatest shows in television history. And I'm going to say, and I'm going to stretch that because besides this show, Psych, Burton Notice, and any other show you can think of, like during around the early to the early 2000s era, these shows put USA on the map. They made a whole lot of moolah, and of course I can go on for that. And Adrian Monk on the show led the charge because this show is just fantastic. It's the perfect combination of comedy, mystery, super sleuth, and all the good elements. Throw it all together, and you get a very fantastic show. And Tony Shalhoub is just fantastic in this role. Forget his role in Wings. This show, Adrian Monk is going to be remembered as his most iconic role. All right, I'm just saying. And of course, it all come down to presentation and the quirkiness and the great writing. Okay, my hats off to Andy Breckman who created the show, and which is interesting because the guy's from New Jersey, but the show is set in San Francisco. I don't get it, but still, great writing overall. That's why I praise about the show. Between that, the great cast, the setting, and of course, the most interesting, unique things, quirks that you can add to the long, everlasting list of Monk's whatchamacallits, or anything, or the overall presentation to the show. So yeah, that's saying a lot, and yeah. Now before I go and talk about the shows, the episodes, I want to talk about other things I've noticed. Like there's normally in almost every episode, you usually have like a recurring character or something that really hits home to Adrian Monk, and of course that's always going to be the overall story arc of the death of his wife. Okay, I mean yeah, it's every time. Yeah, every time when people ask him what happened to his wife, it's you sympathize with him, you empathize with him, and it's like this man, anything like that can really make you fucked up in the head. Whether it's PTSD, OCD, or fear of vertigo, or whatnot. All that makes for a dynamite combination of an intricate hero or intricate main character, and like. Yeah, part of you wants to love the guy, but part of the times you're like, just get to work, Monk. Come on, cut loose, relax. But of course, man, no matter what Monk does, it's gold. Okay, and what he does, he always somehow, but he is able to like impress everybody because that's how the way he works. Okay, and it's just great. Now let's talk about the supporting cast. We have Leland Stahlmeier, his boss, and of course, one of his true friends. I noticed throughout the entire show. It's like of everybody, he's remained so loyal to Monk that like even though he has to pull up with shit, he always considers him a friend. Even though they butt heads, you could tell that that he stood by his side to the very end. Okay, and of course probably magnificently by Ted Levine. Great thing. Randy Disher is a great comedic foil to probably everyone, even Stahlmeier. And of course, here's an interesting thing I thought of like when watching the show is like now. Disher and Stahlmeier, they're kind of like they're supposed to be working together. They're partners, but to me, I feel like their dynamic came more of like a father and son dynamic, and that is tested in several episodes where like he's teaching him things, or like trying to make Disher come out of his shell and be more like him, be the more serious guy instead of the crazy focus guy, because there's so many funny quirks I could write about Disher. And then couple that with Adrian Monk, you get some dynamic moments. All right, now let's talk about his assistant. So originally when the show aired, he had Betty Schramm playing Sharona. After 3 seasons, she was replaced for Trailer Howard, who plays Natalie Teeger. And and my goodness, like you can tell, it's like you can tell how different of a character foil that each of these assistants have played. Let's see. Whereas My Sharona was more of the New Jersey no nonsense kind of girl, and of course you can tell by her accent. I think that's the one Jersey fact and one Jersey thing that kind of connects the show to Andy Breckman, because Andy Breckman's from Jersey, she's from Jersey, so why hell not? Hell, there's even an episode where they fly to Jersey to meet Sharona's family, but of course that doesn't happen because it turns into like a whole episode, which is hysterical. You gotta find it. It's Mr. Monk takes an airplane or flies or something like that. I can't remember the exact episode, but that's a very fun episode. So yeah. Now, of course, you have another recurring character of his psychologist. So at the top of the same thing, just like Bay Shram, the top of the season, most of the throughout the show's run, you had Dr. Kroger. Unfortunately, Stanley Campbell died at the beginning of near the beginning of season 7. So they actually acknowledge it, and they dedicated that first pilot episode to Stanley Campbell. And of course, Stanley Campbell, my goodness, he was a great Dr. Kroger. I really liked him. Then got replaced with Hector Elizondo, who, as I remember him, as Mike Baxter's boss from Last Man Standing. yeah, Mike. It's like two totally different dynamics. You got Hector Elizondo, who can really portray a psychologist. They have him playing like this owner founder of Bosque origin in the last Man Standing. I'm sorry, there my mind's kind of blown. But enough of my rambling. It's a great show. There's so many good episodes. I could probably write a whole book. I'm gonna say to me the best episodes, in my opinion, were Mr. Monk and the Leper. There's a going where he meets his father after so many years. And usually anything that involves, or better yet, anything that involves the overall arching story of his wife. Life is a really, really good one. And of course, the 100th episode, that's a really, really good one where he completely solves the episode. It's like, come on, they're watching like an episode, kind of like Forensic Files thing, and then he realizes something's not right, and then all of a sudden he finds out who's the real culprit. It's really, really unique when it comes to that episode. So yeah, come on, who thought of this? These guys are. This shows you that even back then, writers can really, really come up with some great things. Not anymore today. Their show, anything that they try to write is just a clusterfuck. Pardon my French. So, yeah, folks, if you've never seen Monk before, you can probably find it. You can probably stream it anywhere. Lucky for me, I have it on DVD, all 8 seasons. Thank you, Caitlin. Love having her around because she finds some good stuff for us to watch. But anyway, if I had to give Monk a score, I'm going to give Monk a freaking 9 out of 10. That is as best I'm going to give this incredible show. It's a classic show. I recommend it, all right? That's just for tonight. Thumbs this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome, exciting videos.